Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's arena time.
And given these choices, it looks like it's about time for me to try Rogue. Which is interesting, because there was a lot of, like, Rogue action in the previous thing. Okay, what we got? Combobulator's good. It'd be good with Shadowcaster. Shadowcaster is a very weird choice for the arena. And Dirty Rats, which seems suicidal to me. Yes, you get a 2/6 taunt for 2, but your opponent summons a random minion from their hand. Now, I guess they don't get to choose, but... I don't know. I think we're going to take Recombobulator. He's pretty awesome. I know he's not as new. Not my favorite row. We'll take Magic Machine, I guess. I want to go Jade again. So tempting because the... It's not really well. Swashburglar is just like an extra card. Oh, he's only a 1/1 for that extra card, but he's good for combos and stuff. It's not just that you have to have 2 or 3 Jade cards in your deck. You have to get 2 or 3 out in a game to make it worthwhile. The problem is this is like the worst one to start with, because this one's so inefficient if you don't have other Jade stuff. If I would take any of the, like, there are a bunch of 2-cost rogue, or like 2 different 2-cost rogue cards that give you Jade Golems, and they're like a no-brainer. And they're probably still a no-brainer. I guess I'm going to take this guy. I don't know. Jade Swarmer. Yeah, see, these guys are both... Well, this is good. I like these guys. I know they weren't very good in the meta a while back. They probably still aren't, because they're a lot more, like, board cleary things early in the game. But this is like, it's a 1/1 stealth. When it dies, you get another 1/1. But it's not just a 1/1, it's a Jade Golem, which means that it starts to build up, obviously. Yeah. You know, if I could try and get all this stuff for the Magician. Like this, if you get 2 +2 +2s out of this thing, that is like a lot of stats, like a ridiculous amount. But maybe hard to manage. Stealthy Dog's a pirate, which is actually relevant nowadays, but I think I've got to take Backstab, which is more broadly useful. Alright, let's take Dr. Free card there. I am almost certainly not going to get enough mechs for you. You're trash. I guess we'll take this. This thing always screws me. I think it's so powerful, but you've got to do a bunch of setup for it. Like, a lot of cards have, like, the combo trait. This one is, like, really a combo. Like, to get all the things in place to get the full benefit out of that. Do I want one of these guys for smashing things or Betrayal? It's harder to get removal than this other stuff. I'm going to take the Betrayal, but I got to make sure I get enough, like, minions. So this is the one that gets charged if your opponent has Taunt, which is not terrible. This guy has really crappy stats for the cost, but he gives you a card that you're discovering. I think I gotta take him. Jade Shuriken. Well, we're going Jade. I don't know how you don't go Jade. If you were halfway through and then you get your first Jade card, then I would not take the Jade Spirit. I'd still take these other ones, probably, because the Shuriken especially, it's going to be fine. It's not going to be like a bad card. Okay, anyway, out of this row, easy choice, this guy, because he's got a random weird power, and he's got, like, low stats. Although he is Wind Fury, I mean, he can do a lot of damage, but... Fair amount of 2-cost things, even though it doesn't feel like they're very meaty. Take another Betrayal. Shadow Step would probably be useful too. Doppelgangster is not for, like, the rogue. This is for when you have ways to boost minions in your hand, which is not really a rogue thing. So, the egg, I don't have a lot of stuff for boosting attack, so the egg is likely to not do as much as you would hope. I guess we'll take Master of Disguise. So that's pretty good, even though I've historically not prioritized it enough. But I'm going to not prioritize it enough because I got to take another Jade Spirit. Blade Fury is a whole lot of like 1 damage at this point. It's like very expensive if I don't have ways to buff my minions. It's not like when it used to cost 2. Knife Juggler is pretty solid. Not as big as it used to be. We'll take Aerosmith here, but I think Piloted Shredder is still a better choice. I mean, he gives you more stuff on the board right away, but the 0-5 is pretty easy to take out. Let's just take the Shredder. So far, my deck is a little bit on the low casting cost side. I wonder almost if I should take the Sprint. I don't have any 3-cost stuff, though. This gets some meat on the table and could randomly mess up somebody's weapon. This could help me draw more Jade stuff, though. Let's take a Sprint. It's probably stupid, but take the Sprint. Wow, these are not the things I wanted. I guess we'll take Full Blood. Pretty strong. The Cut Burst free coins are pretty good. The Ethereal Peddler is... I have, like, nothing in here that's fat other than him. Like, nothing. So I think the Cut Burst would often be a better choice, but we're going to take the Ethereal Peddler. His ability probably won't matter, but he's a 5-6 or 5. Has stealth. I think he's got a reasonable chance to live to attack. Very aggressive. Use the Piss Snake to trigger combo. I want more of this. And I really, it's hard to arrange. Shadow Rager. I think the Shadow Rager costs more, but he seems to have a better chance to like get through. Use of Sergeant's really good. This is pretty good too. We'll take Abusive Sergeant. I have so much cheap stuff in my deck compared to normal, and then this row. We're not taking a Sinister Strike, doesn't affect the board position enough. I don't need to combo that desperately. I don't have any stuff that cares about mechs. Bubble is often not as good as it should be. Waiting till 10 is a long time, though. I'm gonna take him anyway. Shiv would be kind of nice, but Jade. This guy I have not messed around with much. I have a fair amount of cheap stuff in here. You get a 2-3 for 1. You have to do something else first, though. Some ones, I have a whole bunch of 2-cost things. Does a turn 3 play? Is it that important to get the thing? No, let's just take the Scarlet Crusader. Fight things more. This is just a bad row. So let's just take the Elven Archer. You get more value out of the spawn, but it's risky. This is a much better row. I take one of these guys instead of stupid spawn. I've got a lot of 2s. I think maybe the Annoytron might help me more. I don't have a lot of defensive stuff. I don't know if I have a lot of late game coming either, though. Maybe I just need to go full bore on Rushdown. Possibly. The Ringleader. If you have the coin, he's so good. So the Ferryman, you can combo him to return a friendly minion. Or you can just play him as a 2-3 on turn 2, which is also fine. Okay, how much? I have a lot of Battlecry stuff, don't I? Battlecry and combo. Not him, but... Bogulator, Scarlet Crusader, he gets his stealth back. Get a second Jade out of one of those, that's pretty strong. I think it's got a ton of Battlecry, and I don't have a lot of, like, tough 2-3s. And also, I hate this guy. That's, like, the last thing I want. And I don't think you're gonna help me out that much. Let's take the Ferryman. Almost at the end, and we get a bonus rare. Hooray. Unfortunately, it's one of these guys. You used to be like the best card, and then they increase your casting cost by 5, and it makes a gargantuan difference, and now you're not very useful. Instead of going up to 20, they should have made it like, I don't know, 22 or something. Like, that is harsh. I'm sure they did the math. And then decided to make a round number instead. Round 5. 6-5 for 6. Copying your opponent's hero power could be a plus. I mean, it would lock off it would stop me from using my, sharp sword oil, but, yeah. This thing can get kind of out of control. It's dubious. Like, this starts out pretty big, although this has more hit points, just weak things. But if it doesn't get molested before it can attack, then it's up to 4-8. The turn after that, it goes nuts. And technically, it could benefit from the cold blood, although I only have 1 in there. It's such a weird thing. It used to be buggy. I'm assuming they've got it fixed by now, but is that really, like, it's just, yeah. 6-5 is just kind of, I don't like the fragility. Let's take the stupid nightmare. Okay, Grim Patron, I don't have any way to manipulate him to make him work out in my favor. No secrets? No. I guess Ogre Ninja. I don't know about this deck. How many Jade cards did I end up with? A 5-ish? I don't think it's enough to really go. Like, I wish I got more Jade Shurikens. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5. Jade is not going to work out super strong. It should work out to be okay. It would be more. The problem is that I started going Jade, and I was getting the Jade Spirits, which, if you don't get enough Jade, the Jade Swarmers, and especially the Jade Shuriken, they're fine. They will work out fine. That's the principle on which I decide that Jade is worth going for. If you don't get enough Jade stuff, then the Jade Spirits are pretty weak ass.
Valera versus Khadgar. Knowledge is power.
Like, they're like sort of break even if you've got one other Jade first, but they're still kind of bad. Okay, we're not keeping 4s in the starting hand out of 3 cards, especially if I'm keeping the Betrayal. I gotta get some cheaper stuff. Okay. This deck has a lot of, like, cheaper stuff. A lot of, like, 2 costs, so. I don't want to see you for at least another 6 turns. Or it does nothing early, that's probably a good sign. It's definitely a good sign against this, because this guy does not fight well against any kind of early game plays. Just doesn't. So now what? You can't just kill it with hero power. Yay. But, you gotta decide if you've got another spell, like, is it worth frost bolting or no, you're just gonna kill it over 2 turns. That's a lot of mana on your part to do that. That's a lot of, like, terribly slow, considering that my deck is mostly cheap stuff. Like, god damn it. I don't even have a 4 left in my hand. So, opponent's obviously gonna shoot that now. I assume. I mean, he spent 2 whole turns doing it, which is not great, but since I did nothing in that time, like, what the hell? Come on, 4-drop. This is a terrible hand for this deck. That's unexpected. Okay. Terrible hand for this deck. This guy's gonna come out, he's so fragile I'll probably get his ass killed. I'm gonna play him instead. Which is fine. Yeah, if I just play him against even the worm, he's probably just gonna get killed. That's the problem. Ah, you have no king explode. Works out great for you and terribly for me. God damn it. And a secret. That is really bad. Okay, new plan. We are casting him. Because if he gets copies, I don't want you copying my ninjas. The backstab would let me kill that guy now, before it grows any further. Next turn I've got stuff I can be doing. We're empty. Hooray.
Here we go.
I'm just going to go on the record saying this was a terrible game. Just insanely terrible. Like, I played him because at least I get the battle cry and he doesn't. But, my god, this has been so, like, over of all the cards in this deck, this is a terrible draw. Speaking of terrible.
Dead or alive?
Give me free cards, that's interesting. God, if I Betrayal, I still can't do anything. If I don't Betrayal, I'm gonna be, like, dead. But if I play if he plays another minion next turn, I will get more kills out of Betrayal. I will take a beating in the meantime, probably be dead, but I think I'm gonna play the Scaled Nightmare. It also can't kill either of those things. But he might feel the need to beat it down instead of... because it's so potentially freakishly scary. It is not a good card, but it's... you can tell it's not a good card because he can kill it with those two guys and not lose them. But it might take that 8 damage instead of me. And then maybe I can Betrayal some.
You're in trouble now.
You've got the weaker guy in the middle, so the Betrayal's not going to work out as nicely as I would like. Yeah, still not going to kill enough. Although I didn't take the damage, that part of the plan worked. Betrayal would do 3 damage to her. Kill that. Good enough. Just play Gigantor here. Just gonna get us killed by the same stuff that I would be killing with Betrayal.
So many.
This game has been terrible. Instead of the Scale Dragon, I could have played this guy last turn, taken the 8 damage, and then this guy would have been able to attack that the turn that just happened, and I would have been able to do Betrayal. But he's so random that even though he could kill her, I don't know how, it wouldn't have worked out, like, better, I don't think. That's interesting. I mean, you are going to be able to beat me down pretty hard. Got a Pyroblast in there. You can Pyroblast me up. I want to do this, but because it would kill that guy, but it's not good enough. Because I'm still going to be dying and stuff. I can't take that 5 damage. I can't. So I gotta do this.
So many.
I guess that's my turn. Maybe you should have played him instead of that. I don't know. Summoning Stone. Wow. Did not see that coming. Will it pay off for my opponent? I mean, he's obviously casting a spell now. If it's a secret, it's going to be unpleasant. Or is he just playing as a decoy? No, it's got to be crossbow. Okay. He can try and lock me down after beating the crap out of me, like, normally. Okay. Ow. Yeah, not a good sign that he's doing the damage to me. Help. This is gonna go ill. I forgot I forgot that thing's combo. I've never actually played that card. God damn it. We're supposed, right? Well, just in case I had any chance of winning the game, that was really not helping.
Reporting for duty.
Here we go.
Because I really didn't need the help of having all my Jade stuff be one bigger. Now my Jade stuff's going to be crap because I forgot to do the other thing first. But that's the thing that I wanted to... That's the thing, like, okay, I know that's the right decision, so I'm going to do that. It's an important detail was having to...
Autograph?
cards.
Photos?
Wow, that was a pretty good draft. Wow, it looked for a second from like the pointy thing that he was shooting his own bird. He is like out of cards-ish.
To battle! To battle!
Put the tackle on your head.
Let's see what I can trigger off.
Need something unusual.
You guys, your aim is not great.
To battle!
Duplicated or what? No. So, mostly dead.
To battle!
Alright. How dead am I? You can do anything to contribute to his position. I'm pretty super dead. He's like really out of steam, but I've just taken so much damage that I can't get back. Also, I'm short a 1-1, and it would have been a 2-2. I have to kill like everything. Should be pretty hard. Especially since one of them's stealth. So the fact that I have no, like, yeah. I need this guy to turn something into... Why is that terrible? Okay,
I'll take that.
that's not helping.
This one.
Oh, can you kill the stealth guy, please? No, you're an idiot. Okay.
You might feel a little
The prop will stand.
Nope. Doesn't matter. I appreciate that it let me get in all my actions despite the time running out bullshit. But it only mattered remotely if this guy turned into something with taunt. Which he didn't, so game over. Although, if Ogre Time there had hit the stealth guy, then maybe I could have pulled something out. But
mind if I roll knee?
stealing my buff was also not great for me. I don't know if this deck is any good. I screwed up that one play, again, having that extra 1-1 out there, since this guy never died to trigger his... That would not have made a significant difference. But, like, goddamn. I really, like, this was such a monstrously unlikely terrible draw for this deck. I'm not going to give up all hope for it yet. So we'll see if I can not get the worst draw ever next time.
Show some love to the like button. And don't forget to subscribe to Demonac Games for more Hearthstone Arena and other gaming videos.